And the lady out there set me off, and she said, "Hey, I ain't say nothing." She said, "I thank you for not turning me in." I said, "What?" She said, "You could have told them that I'm the one that provoked you, but you didn't say nothing about me. And the guard asked you how we got along. You said we got along good. You just went off." She said, "I could have got fired." She said, "So how about a truce?" I said, "Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna get her." And she went on though, but she didn't mess with me no more. But I got her back. I got a good too. I got a good. Cause at one time they tried me again. Say, give him all this stuff, and told her leave my door open, but she is to be in there with me in the cell with me, right? She had never been like that. Left it, I would be like that, right? And they had speakers under the hooked into the intercom where you can hear people talk. I always had mad because I beat on mans and unplug it. I don't want them to hear what I'm talking in my cell. So I can always disconnect and reconnect, right? So I had it all posted up. She's in the cell with me. She said, talking nice too. She said, it's a wonderful thing that you changed. Most people can't change. She said, "I'm really proud of you, Fleece. And I'm glad you don't hold grudge." She was just trying to play on my sympathy and stuff. Man, you in this cell with me, man. You done gave me, we've been going at each other for over 18 months, man. You done called me everything, niggas and all that stuff. And now you locked in, man, you in the cell with me, the door's open. I got my thing fixed, but can't nobody hear you. So I start laughing, because I already visualized how I'm going to take this crap out of her. So I said, she looked at me, and I laughed again. She said, "What's funny?" I said, "What's funny is I got shot because of you. You provoked me. You know you did. And you did it on purpose. And now you're going to stand before me in this cell." And I said, "Don't worry about nobody hearing you up there, because I got that fixed and disconnected. And I'm not going to let you grab your little walkie-talkie." And I walked up on her. I said, "Look at me. Look at me." I can see all that fruit and stuff, right? So I said, "Look, you know what you're going to do, right? You know what I'm going to ask you to do. You know you're going to do it." Now, I walked up a little more. "Ain't you going to do it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, do it." Now, I didn't tell her what to do. I'm watching myself on what I say, because you get locked up for this shit, right? I said, "So do it." And she did it. Boy, let me tell you something. She did that, and that made a big difference for me down there. So every night she come on, you know, she can't open my door every night, because they got they'll know. But she'll come back after she done picked up the food trays and stuff. She'll drop my tray slot, and she'll put her head up in her like that. I get right up in her, man. This thing is going in her mouth, man. She used to do me like that every, man. And then she started bringing me stuff. You know, I got weed, I got cigarettes, I got all this, man. And we was really getting ready to hit it off, man, till it's going. They had a guard down there that liked her. And for some reason, he's one of them stalking type, you know, and he caught her. He caught her deep throating, you know, and so he wrote a report, and she said she didn't. So we go to the committee.
Oh, you had to go?
Yeah, I had to go to the committee on it, disciplinary committee. He said he caught us doing something. You know, there wasn't no proof though. His word saying he saw her head move.
And both of y'all said y'all didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing, man. I don't even like her. It was my story.
Uh-huh.
But you still, she ended up, somebody said she got fired, but she ended up quitting. That's what it was, because she know I'm going to want that. You know, you belong to me now.
It sounded like you liked her, though.
Oh, yeah, we argue every day, man. We argue every day till we, I look forward to seeing her come to work to argue with somebody, man. And so that happened. And so I'm just living the life. So back to me, everywhere they sent me, you know, it was like that. Even at the juvenile level, I went through, we had 4 juvenile camps when I was growing up at 10 and 11 and 12. And I did over 8 years, about 8 years of that. But everyone I left, I tore them up and they shut them down. They shut down every institution I was in. And then at Children's Center, they had a 25 feet fence. And that black man, you know, he told me, he said, got smart with me. They brought us out to exercise. He said, you gonna be in here a long time, Johnson. I said, let me tell you something, punk. I'm getting ready to leave right now, because I'm getting ready to run over and scale that fence. And I ran over and I scaled it. And by the time I got over, he done came around, he's running down there towards me. But I got away. You know. And so when they sent me to a mental hospital, I escaped out of 3 times, then tore the place up. You know. And wherever you sent me, man, if you ain't gonna treat me right, I'm not gonna act right. And that's how it was. So just because I fought him back, and I fought alone, that's the main thing. I didn't fight in a gang. It didn't take 8 people to make a man out of me. I was born one. You know, it took me a while to realize that. When I realized what a man was, I knew I ain't been one. When I found out what a man was,
When was that?
When I was locked up, I knew I wasn't being one, and I need to be. I need to be what I was born to be. You know, a man, right? And act like one, a real man. And so that's what happened. But what gets me is how you could take a cartoon, and depict me in a cartoon of raping people and have people believe that I do this in real life. Yeah, I said booty is more important than wild.
Well, you just described a couple of situations that kind of point that way, though.
Ain't nothing
By prison rules, they might not be that way, but us out here looking at it and listening to it.
No, it's not. I don't care what people think out of here, because out of here is worse than in there. people's attitudes and behavior and
Well, you
stuff.
shouldn't care what they think about the cartoon then.
Yeah, I cared about it because it
It's
wasn't
the same
true.
thing.
No, it ain't.
If you
Because
don't care what people think, you should not care what people think.
and I'm saying it wasn't me. So because I kick butts, I kicked that. I changed the whole prison system. So they gonna lash at me. They don't want to tell everybody he's a hero. He's the only black person alive in America. In America, they would fight for his rights and fight to any level, any organization, any gang, anybody, and win. Even though they had odds against me, they had resources. These people got billions of dollars. I ain't got nothing. They got resources. They can send me. Man, you know what? They came at me with all they had, trying to kill me, all that stuff. I done seen them dressed out in Klan uniforms. I done seen all that in prison. But here I said today, being able to talk about it. And then they figured that once I got out, yeah, he gonna talk about how we did it. Let's put something on him that he gonna spend the rest of his life trying to get that off of him and ain't gonna have time to talk about us. That's why all that booty man, all this stuff come. I don't care. You know what? I'm a fighter. I fight at all levels, bro. I understand my enemies and all that, and I still got a lot of them in the shadows, throwing little slugs and punches, want me to get stoned down here. But you know what? You throw all the stones you want, man, and I'm still staying, right?